if it's actually working. All right, here we go. All right. All right, so we had a bottom and the beginning of October. Okay, from there, she shoots up nicely to the end of the year at a double high at 29.44. 29.44. I might have to do this freehand. Damn it.
Oh boy.
Yeah, 29.44. I'm gonna have to do it freehand. Oh, I'm gonna hate this. Last 30 days. All right, 30 days ago today we were at 26.73. AMD. All right, Alan. Hey, Mike. Good morning. AMD. AMD. All right, we'll take a look at AMD in a minute. $207 in AMD. Goodbye. I have no idea. We're gonna take a look at it. Hold on. All right, 30 days ago, 26.73. Okay, 2 days later, we're at a 30-day bottom at 25.12. The top was on the 4th of March, which was Monday. Now that was 28.92. Okay. Okay, Fabian, I don't do any coins. Right? No cryptocurrency here at all. For our 30-day high, we had 3 days to the downside. Even though Friday was a little on the downside, it was an up day anyway. AMD, no dividends. Thanks, Randy. Okay, so if you guys want to suggest anything, I have no problem whatsoever taking a look. Okay, usually I can tell right off the bat whether it's on my list or not. Calvin Hill is following again. Hey, Calvin, how you doing? Now, Friday was a down day also because it had a lower low. Okay, a higher high and a lower low, kind of same. SPY, same day options is where it's at. All right, well, good for you. Now, let's take a look at the seasonality, see what this thing normally goes this time of year. For that, we want to look at right here, okay? The blue line represents this year. That's how it's moved from January to where we are now. And this up here represents 1 year, January 1st to December 31st. 10 years of data. That's 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, all the way up to 2023. 10 years of data. That's the average movement for coals on a yearly basis. What I mainly want to see is what's going to happen in the next week or two. Okay, that's this time frame right here. Okay, the 8th to the 21st. Okay, it's kind of like almost sideways, a very slight tilt to the downside, which I'm okay with that. So let's go back to take a look at the numbers. Okay, so coals, whoops, I went over a little too far. Here we go. Let's get this chart back to normal. Okay, now the last trade was 27.27. The 27.07 is bid, and the 27.46 is the ask. So the closest one to 27.46 is the 27.50. Take a look at that number. I know I have coals. Activity and positions. Yeah, see, I have coals right here. I got 2,000 shares, and I'm at 28.83. I might double down. I think, matter of fact, I will double down on coals. Yep, and it's already on my list. Right there, 2 circled. Coles and Albemarle. Okay, those are on my list for tomorrow morning, for Monday morning. All right, so I am going to double down on Coles. Like, why not? Let's try this one more time. See if she's working right now. Okay, so 27.50, the strike price. Don't hold bags. All right, Aventus watches. So OAFMC is definitely worth some research. I heard Dutch Brothers is kind of gaining after expanding. Okay. Gold screenshot. Yeah, King, I don't do gold. Sorry. What are you trading on? We're trading on, this is Thinkorswim. It's a trading platform from Charles Schwab. Okay, so the 2746, the closest. I don't think Dutch Brothers pays dividends. Well, then we'll just cross it off the list. Thanks, L.A. Sanders, Soundwave. Oh, let's bring up the calculator. So the calculator at 166, and the purchase price is 2746. Okay, we're looking at a 6% premium, and that is kind of crazy if you think about it. Now, I already got a few thousand shares of it. I'll probably double down again on Monday because I like, don't get me wrong, I like Kohl's, all right? And look at the numbers. Okay, the last 60 days, we're at 27.27 at the moment. And look where it was. Okay, here's where we are now. Look where it was 2 months ago. It's definitely going towards the upside still. Hello, my best friend. JJ, how you doing? Hello, my best friend that I've never met before. Anyway, let's keep Kohl's, like mining. No, Kohl's as in K-O-H-L-S. Kohl's. KSS is the ticker symbol. So I like the premium. I really like the premium. But let's see what else I have to look at. So that's Kohl's, and I have nothing else to look at right now. So you guys throw something at me, see what I think. Because OAMFC, really? Tell me what I should be optioning. All right, Smile Club, I can't tell you that. So you're heavy on dividend-paying stocks. That's the only thing I do. Remember last week, I make 200 grand. Whoa, JJ, cool. Do you like Costco? No, it's overpriced. SPY? No. GE, John Deere, overpriced. Craig Daniel, Hess. Let's take a look at Hess. Okay, so for you guys that are just getting here, just throwing stuff. Okay, that's awesome. I'm glad you made 20 grand. Honey, JJ made 20 grand last week. Is he married? That's not even funny. She thinks it's funny. She says she wants her cut. Do you like any tobacco stocks for dividends? You know what? I take a look. I don't really take a look at them in a manner in which they are categorized. I tell her I'm married. He's married.
Yeah, I'll wait it out.
All right. All right. I don't look at them categorized. Okay. I take all the dividend stocks. Okay, that meet the criteria. Okay. Hey, hello, Henry. So killed in taxes for dividends this year. Didn't even sell. Sorry, Seth. Now you're new here because I'm good with names and I haven't seen you before. What do you think about UPS, FedEx for dividends? FedEx was last week and UPS was last week also, I believe. Let's double check. FDX. Yep, FDX was last week. UPS was last month. AbbVie. Yeah. Go Sox. How's it going? All right. All right. We're looking at Hess. All right. Right. I'm getting distracted. Hess is this Friday coming up, and Hess is paying out 43-cent dividend. So let's take a look at the chart. All right, so Hess a year ago was at 147.27. Triple play, boys. Well, it's a possibility. Could be. Let's find out. Okay, a year ago, 137.27. We got a double bottom at 113.71. That was the middle of March of last year. CINF. Cincinnati Financial is a monthly, so no to that. You said no because the number is less than 1%. Well, let's take a look at them and let's keep people entertained. So I'll take a look at it again because we did look at it last night. So 1019, it was the middle of October, hit the high of the year, 167.90. Now from there, she drops down to our bottom of the 90-day period. Okay. All right, Seth, FFRHX. No, I can tell just by looking at it, it's not on the list. Okay, the 90-day bottom, 132.02. The 90-day top was 3 weeks ago at 150.98. Let's take a look at the last 30 days. 30 days ago today, 145.16. Basically had a 30-day bottom at 141.72. Now that was on the 13th, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago. 30-day top was about 3 or 4 weeks ago. That was 150.90. Now it's on a little bit of a downtrend. Made a bottom at 142.74 and then 2 days to the upside. So it looks like it's bouncing back up from that temporary bottom. Let's take a look at seasonality for Hess. Seasonality for Hess. Okay. Basically, it looks like it's going to be flat. Do you have automatic reinvesting for all of your dividends? If not, why? Well, of course, all my dividends go back in and then get reinvested. That's a good question. A lot of people don't know that, but for the most part, you have a choice. You can have the check sent to you, or you can have just put back into your account. My money goes back into my account, and if I need any, I just transfer it from my trading account over to my debit card. What is the best 30-day yield? All right, Seth, I don't look at it that way. Al, actually, I do the drip. Okay, whenever I collect the dividend, it actually goes back into my account. They don't send me checks. You have two choices when it comes to dividends. Send a check or put into your account. All right. All right, so I like all the charts for Hess. Everything looks good. Now let's see what the numbers look like. 144.88. Should be looking at the 145, and it's barely 1%. Okay, so Drips buys more stock. Yep. No. Bunny Lucas. Okay, thanks. Which platform to use? Thinkorswim. What do you think about AMAT? Well, Seth, let's take a look at AMAT because AMAT is on the list. AMAT. All right, so for those of you that are new here, did you ever have SoFi? No. Okay, I only look at companies that have been around for a long time, which means they got to have at least 2 decades of increased dividends. Okay, increased dividends mean year after year, higher and higher and higher and higher dividends consistently. Okay, no skipping, no going backwards, none of that crap. So any company that has gone through 2008 and 2021 and actually continues to increase their dividends, they're on my list. Okay, so Hess, the premium, if you're looking at it right here, is not over 1%. So first thing Monday morning, if it's going to be an option for you guys, if you want to think about it, okay, IBIT and MSTR are not on my list. All right, I can tell just by looking at them, but we'll put them up there. IBIT and MSTR. MSTR. What was that one? LRCX. Seth. All right, Seth. This is like LRCX. Now I'm wondering, Seth, are you just throwing stuff out there, or do you actually know what these companies do? Okay. Now, Lam Research. Have they increased their dividends for 20 years or more? And do they have weekly options? Okay? Increase dividends consistently. Weekly options. These are the only two things I ask. I don't ask for a lot. Weekly options and increased dividends. I'll take a look. Okay, so the answer for me, on my humble opinion, hey, JJ, thanks for that. Tess, on my personal opinion, I would wait until Monday to see what the numbers actually come up at, because at 145.05 and the 145s are going for less than 1%. Why would I do that when I have other companies that are just as good, okay, if not better, paying a better premium? Do you read any books? No, I don't. I feel bad about that. I do audiobooks. What do you think about Mike Oxlong? Never heard of Mike Oxlong. Never heard of him. Sorry. All right, what are we looking at next? OAMFC. Really? OAMFC. It's not even a symbol. AMAT. A-M-A-T. Applied Materials. A-M-A-T. Well, Applied Materials is not this month. It was last month. Dale and Soxy. Dale. D-A-L-E. Soxy. I can tell you guys are only throwing out one that is on my list. Everything else you guys throwing out at me is nothing I'd look at. Have you read How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie? I actually listened to the audio tape. Alrighty. AMAT was a couple of weeks ago. So that's going to be a why are we looking at it scenario. 205. The 205s are going for 455. A-M-A-T into the chart. And I'm going to say no. You know why I'm going to say no? Look at this. Okay. Here's where we were a year ago. Look where we are now. Okay. Do you honestly think it's still going to go up? All right, Dave, we'll take a look at, that's Altria, M-O. And I believe I do have some MO. Bro, say how kids you have. I have 3 kids. I'm curious if that's what you were asking. So AMAT, I'm going to say no. Look at this. Look at where it is. Okay? There's going to be profit taken there somewhere. Look at all that space. Okay? This goes from here all the way up to here. I like that. From here all the way up. So it's going to be no for Applied Materials. And Applied Materials had this dividend a couple of weeks ago. Okay. Who threw out IBIT? I-B-I-T. No options. Okay, so apparently someone's not listening. MSTR. At $1,400 a share? No thanks. Thanks, JJ. Bitto. All right, Tony. Bitto. What the heck is Bitto? B-I-T-O. Isn't that ProShares Bitcoin strategy? Okay. They don't pay dividends. Okay. So, no. TSM. TSM. 144. Taiwan Semiconductor. Okay, no, that's not on my list. AT&T is the week number 1. We're going to week number 10. Okay, there's 13 weeks and a quarter. MDT. Hey, the Browns are showing up. MDT. Medtronics. Did we take a look at Medtronics yesterday? MDT. And it's going to be on the 21st. Well, let's take a look at Medtronics. That was a good one. Okay, Seth, you keep throwing crap at me, dude. Okay, FXRS. Yeah, no, Seth. Tell really how will be next week, because if you are it not tiered. Every quarter has 13 weeks. That's correct. Count it out. 3 months. January, February, March. Okay? All right, January. 1, 2, 3, 4. February. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, April is week number 1, first week of the quarter. Never buy anything you aren't willing to hold long term. Thanks, Go Sox. But next, what are we looking at? SLB. Oh, is that Schlumberg? SLB? SLB. Well, it's not in March. It's in February. Out of place, sorry. February. Okay, I won't be looking at that for another 6 or 8 weeks. All right. Medtronics, MDT. Okay, what's your thoughts on Ford? Ooh, I love Ford. New here. What stocks are we buying? Thoughts on Galley USA? Nope. Yes, I see. What altcoins can we fly next time, sir? Sorry, I don't do coins. What's your take on LCCN? LCCN. All right, for you guys that are new here, right, do me a favor, okay? You want to suggest stuff. Hey, Black Cat, I don't do any cryptocurrency at all. Sorry, dude. Okay, no cryptocurrency. Does Ford have good dividends? Yeah, they're okay, but they're one of my stable stocks. Anytime I have money sitting around doing nothing, I throw it into Ford, General Motors, Bank of America, AIG, one of those companies. One that has low price but decent premiums, ones that have been around. The premiums are okay, and it's a hit or miss with Ford. All right, so SLB, Schlumberger, yeah, they're a monthly. Yeah, I don't do Schlumberger. Sorry, I don't know who came up with that one. We're looking at MDT, Medtronics. Okay, so let's stay focused. Okay, the Browns came up with this one. Okay, Medtronics, MDT, M-E-T, there we go. All right, a year ago today, we're at 73.38. We got a high beginning of May at 91.97. Sideways for a little bit, and then she tanks for the year. Check this out. End of October was the bottom of the 90-day period, 68.80. Okay, Hormel is in the, I think, the first or second week. I think it's the second week of the quarter. So that's a couple of weeks away. I read some bad stuff about Albemarle as it relates to lithium. Be careful on Monday. Do I have? Oh, yes, right. Albemarle is on my list. I'm going to take a look at that one. I'm going to put it on the list. We'll take a look at it in a minute. ALB. Thanks for that, Go Sox. All right. The bottom of the 90-day period. What do you think about HIB? Large swing seems like an uptick. HIBB. All right. Toby. All right. You and all the other new people, really do me a favor. Make sure, number one, the stock has dividends, and they've increased their dividends for more than 10 or 20 years. 2, they have at least weekly options available. If not, wouldn't do me any good. Lithium prices down like 70% worldwide. Whoa, cool beans. I didn't know that. Let's get back to Seth. What are dividend stocks are recommended this month? What are 30-day yields? All right, why are you convinced with 30-day yields, Seth? Okay, we do weekly trading. Okay, weekly. Have dividends, not much, and no uptick. Okay. Okay, Seth, we're looking at companies that have 20 years or more of increased dividends. Okay, there's over 9,000 stocks to choose from. 9,454, I think it was, we looked yesterday. Okay, over 9,000 stocks. Out of those 9,000, only 150 fit the criteria that I'm looking for. And out of those 150, those are the only ones I trade. That's it. Okay, I put them in the calendar. There's three months per quarter: January, February, March. First quarter, April, May, June. Second quarter, July, August, September. Third quarter, October, November, December, fourth quarter. Okay, each one pays 4 times a year, each quarter. Okay, there's only 66 trading days in a quarter, 13 weeks. So you have 150 companies paying dividends within a 13-week period. That means there's anywhere between 5 and 20 stocks every single week. Let's look at it very quickly. All right, pay attention to the calendar behind me. Okay, month of January. See them all? Green dots? Comcast, Cisco, American Express, Bristol Myers Squibb, JP Morgan, MasterCard, AT&T, Verizon, Abbott Labs, Hormel, PNC, General Dynamics, Procter & Gamble, Bank Mellon, Caterpillar, Clorox, Lennox, Lowe's, Pfizer, Kinder Morgan, Wells Fargo, Citibank. Okay, that's just January. Okay, I only buy 1, 2, 3 tops. Okay, that's it per week. Okay, the most I've ever bought in 1 week was 6. Okay, so that's just one list. Okay, then I have this other list. Well, look at this one. Oh, hold on a second. Dividend Kings. Those are companies that have increased for more than 50 years consecutively. Okay, Seth, what date do you need to own the stocks to get paid on the green dot? Oh, the green dot is, okay, that's Procter & Gamble. That is the EX date. There's 4 dates you need to remember, okay? Date number 1 is the announcement date. That's when they announce the dividend. Date number 2 is the EX date, the last day the stock trades before the dividend's paid out. Date number 3, the date of record. Whoever owns the stock on the date of record is entitled to the dividend. Date number 4 is the payment date. There's only 4 dates when it comes to dividends: announcement, EX, date of record, and payment date. Is there any way you can fix your calendar so that when you look at it, it's not backwards? Oh, you mean kind of like this? Hold on a second. Oh. I mean, kind of like that? Yeah, but then my other 4 cameras are all backwards, and it looks weird. So I can't do it on all 4 cameras. So all 4 cameras are the exact same way. That's why I do live broadcasting on YouTube. So if you're sitting there on your phone or your iPad or whatever, go to YouTube and open up the 10-Minute Trader website on YouTube, and it's actually broadcast there, and you can actually see my screen, so it's not backwards. Is there, okay? Is the date of record simply the day after the EX date? More times than not, yes. Sometimes it's 1 day, some days it's 2. All right. So that being said, right? I forget what the question was. That happens when you get older. You forget the questions. All right. So anyway, out of 9,000 stocks, there's only 150 I choose from. Now, out of those 150 stocks, they're either on Warren Buffett's list, okay, because I let him slide. You know, I will buy some of his. And I have the top ETF stocks. Okay, you take the top ETFs. Okay, you go into the top ETFs and you extract all the stocks that are in those ETFs. They're on my list also. Those may or may not have dividends, and they may or may not have weekly options, but they are on the list for a different trading strategy that I have. If people just go over the 10-Minute website and look at all the dividends you've purchased, it's great. Yeah, that's there also. But end up with end of March telling us how it will be. I have no idea what's on your list for Monday. Ian, we're going to get into that. Hood. What are weekly options? Oh my good Tony, you must be new. Okay, weekly options is different than month, because options only come in 2 different ways. You have weekly options or monthly options. Okay, which are weekly options expire every Saturday. Monthly options expire the 3rd Saturday of the month. You're very new. I see that, Tony. Okay, an option is kind of like a down payment or hold on a second. Where can you read your top 10? You got to join my Patreon. It took me years to find all these stocks. It's not that difficult. You just go to Google, look up Dividend Kings. That's it. That's 50 years, 5 decades of increased dividends. Dividend Aristocrats, 25 years of increased dividends. Have you ever looked at other gurus besides Uncle Warren, like Joel Greenblatt? Never heard of Joel Greenblatt. VRA. I can tell you that right off the top of my head. That's not on my list, but I'll take a look at it for you. VRA. So as I was saying, anytime you suggest me take a look at something, I would really prefer you to have some kind of indication whether or not they have dividends, number one, whether or not they have weekly options, and have they increased their dividends consistently. Okay, Night Fury, you're asking me about SCHD. That's an ETF. Okay, go into Google and say, what stocks are in SCHD? And I'll tell you which stocks are in there. Looked at Apple covered calls today. Can you explain? Yeah, Randall, I'll put Apple on the list. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Now, just to let you know, okay, Randall, just to let you know, Apple is not on my list. They have not increased dividends for 20 years or more. However, I do trade Apple, and the reason I do trade Apple because it's on Warren Buffett's list. All right, sound waves, have fun. All right, so we're still on Medtronics, okay? So let's get back to Medtronics so we can get these numbers done. Last 30 days for Medtronics. All right, 30 days ago today, 86.55. Okay, about 2 weeks later, we're at the look at this. The 30-day high is on the same day. The 30-day high and the 30-day low, both on the same day. Thanks for that, Al. The high, 87.22, was on the 20th. Guess what? The 30-day bottom was also on the 20th. Okay, and that was 82.59. But she ended up settling at 85.85. She dropped down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days before she hit another bottom. IBM, we'll put that one on the list, but I don't think it's this week. All right, Javier, IBM is not this week. Will you have your YouTube? All right. Where will you have your videos when TikTok is banned? Well, just to let you know, what's up? I'm broadcasting on Facebook here, YouTube there, Instagram there, and when I get another phone, it will be Twitter and then LinkedIn. Okay, so I'll be doing on all 6 channels. Now, the reason why I have 4 phones is because I don't know how to use the software. It is what it is. What's this week? The typical layout for $1,000 buy-in as an example. All right, we're going to take a look at that in a little bit. Okay, good. Okay, got it. Thank you. Okay, what's that? I doubt it'll be banned. I doubt it'll be banned too. I mean, the powers that be are just a little pissed off that people like me sharing information that they don't want us to share. You talk to me about LUV. Hey, LUVs. LUVs. Oh, VULs. Oh, VULs. I like VULs as opposed to IULs. VULs give you a little bit more ability to get a higher rate of return. The only reason I want to know about VUL because I want to know who offers them so that I can actually introduce one of my funds because I want to create a fund that will be considered as a VUL. All right, yes. I have 10 grand. I have 100 grand in 29 days or I die. Advice to get the other 100. Well, can't help you out with that one. And I don't understand the whole complete question because the question doesn't sound like a happy question. I have 10 grand and I have 100. I need 100 in 29 days or I die. Advice to get the other 90. You're at the wrong place because I don't do that kind of stuff. What's your take on NVIDIA? Do you want to be that guy? Do you want to be that guy? I have no idea who that guy is. Don't want to be that guy. All right. I have no idea what don't want to be that guy means. All right. So we're still looking at MDT. Okay. We have a bottom on the 1st of March. That was 5 days ago, 5 trading days ago. And it's a nice little uptrend since then. Okay. We have higher lows and a couple of higher highs, which is great. So what does it normally do this time of year? This time of year, we're going to go basically sideways until we hit that down in March. Okay, that downturn in March is an anomaly because of the, what do you call it? Remember the pandemic where everything went down in the middle of March? So in the middle of March, you're going to see every chart from now on have that anomaly of 2021. Be nice to be able to take that out. All right, so MDT. Let's take a look at the numbers, see what they look like. Here we go, MDT. Last trade was 85.13, right? 85.13 was the last trade. The guy with 10 grand, HB Luna. All right, good for that. This strategy. Thanks, Al. MDT, the last trade, 85.13. The bid, 85.17. The ask, 86.22. Did you notice both the bid and the ask are higher? Both are higher than the last trade. Okay, the last trade was at 4 o'clock on Friday afternoon. Monday morning, the bid, 85.17. It's higher. The ask, 86.22. That's higher. When both the bid and the ask are both higher than the last trade, the market maker has a tendency to want to push it up. Market maker every once in a while leaves us a little clue. Okay, so if the market maker is trying to push it up, 86.22, the 86s are going for 49 cents. So what does that tell you? Maybe that's why you're poor. Thanks, Al. Yes, that's an interesting way of looking at it. So MDT, even though it's at 85.13, the market maker is trying to push it up. Look what the premium is. Okay, the 86 premium is 49 cents. That's not even 0.5%. So I'm going to say no to MDT. For me, I'm going to say it. You guys want to do it? That's up to you. But for me, I'm saying no to MDT. All right. As an investor, problem with dividend stocks is they are risky even that you make money on ends. Okay, WhatsApp, I have no idea what you mean by that question because it doesn't sound like a question, it sounds more like a statement. As an investor as well. Problem with dividend stocks, they are risky even that you make money on ends. Okay, WhatsApp, basically, but if they lose value, you can lose more. Okay, WhatsApp, you're looking at it all wrong. I'm not poor. I've already built my wealth. I want safe investing. I'm with you, Al. All right, what's up? I have certain rules. Okay, this trading strategy was created for my 9-year-old daughter, 9-year-old little girl. This was created for her specifically. So if you're having an issue with it, that's not my problem. Okay, here's the idea. Newsflash, what's up? You can lose money in the market. Wow. All right, so for the people that are new here or haven't been here before, the strategy was created for my 9-year-old. So here's the thing. It had to have increased dividends, 20 years of increased dividends. It had to be safe. It had to be predictable. It had to be consistent. No possible way she could lose. All right? And it had to be simple. Okay, so if you only buy stocks that increase every year consecutively for 20 years or more, even if the stock goes down, if I buy Medtronics at 100 and it drops down to 20 and I don't sell it, I'm still getting higher and higher dividends every year. Okay, and I will continue to hold on to Medtronics until it gets back to the point in which I want to sell it, which is going to be higher than what I paid for it. But until then, I will collect the higher and higher dividends that they offer. And I will only buy those 150 stocks that actually increase their dividends consistently year after year after year. Okay, Coca-Cola. Oh, hold on. I do this better when I actually can look at them. Do you ever trade options on the Qs? No, I don't. That was pretty simple, wasn't it? Okay, let's take it. Here's an idea. You ready? Abbott Labs, AbbVie, Hormel, Procter & Gamble, Colgate, Palmolive, and Lowe's. Those are dividend kings. They've all increased their dividend payments to the shareholders for 5 decades or more. I'm doing the math wrong on MDT. I had it at 1.6. All right, well, Mr. Brown, let's go back to that for a second. MDT, all right, you see the number? Okay. At this moment, the last trade was 85.13. The bid is 85.17. The ask price is 86.22. So if you're going to buy it, you are paying the ask price, 86.22. If you are selling, the market maker is going to pay you 85.17. Well, it's showing the lower risk. Okay, so I'm trying to do that for my daughter, and that's why I'm trying to learn. And she's 2. Hey, Tony, way to go! I have a 10-year off, 1 year Johnson & Johnson, 1 of YW. Okay, do you trade options? Yes, Austin, I do. Got it. I put in the last, not the ask. Okay, got it. 10 Ford. What's up, James? What's your average trade size? Well, it depends. I have 5 different accounts, okay? All right? In 5 different accounts, I have different strategies. I only share one with you guys, okay? Only one. Do you swing trade options, Austin? No, I don't. Okay, I do covered calls in this particular account. Hey, Doc, you were supposed to call me earlier. I was sitting around with nothing to do, waiting for you to call so I can go over that Thinkorswim with you. I don't know, Doc. All right. Anyway, where am I? Oh yeah. So MDT, that was that. So let's get back to here. I just got home. Holy cow! Oh, that's funny. You're up feeding the cows. Okay, so these companies right here, little green dots, those are all dividend kings. Okay, Tony, I love Thinkorswim. I have traded on at least a dozen trading platforms. Okay, out of every trading platform I ever seen, once you get comfortable with a trading platform and everything's right there at your fingertips, everything I want is right there. I can make my list, I can check my list, make a list, check it twice, find out who's naughty, who's nice, you know, that type of thing. WPM. Dog in the mind with the other dwarfs. Okay, Randall, we're going to get to, all right, Randall, see right here? I got a list. Okay, Apple is on the list. We are going to get to it. It's not that I'm ignoring you or anything, but I do these as people shout them out. Okay, WPM, Mr. Brown, we're going to get to that one. WPM. All right, so mainly, Mr. Brown, WPM's not on my list, but I'll look at it anyway. Okay, the dividend kings, 50 years or more of increased dividends. Okay, that's just January. There's February. There's March. Okay, now there's 55 dividend kings, and if you notice, you do not see 55 little green dots. Why is that? Well, a lot of the dividend kings only have monthlies. Well, you'd be trading size that would be worth the effort. Okay, Menno. It's kind of like Minnow. All right, anyway, I have 5 different accounts. Each account has a different amount in it. Okay, my grandson's account only has like 10 of 12,000 in it. Okay, so 10 or 12,000. But I have a whole bunch of positions for him because it's a different trading strategy. Okay, because he can't afford 100 shares of anything at this moment in time. So he has, you know, X amount in here, X amount in here, X amount in here, X amount in here. Each time it goes up a certain percentage, I sell it. Then I jump in and buy another one for him. Okay, as soon as it hits a certain percentage, I sell it. Okay, it's no rhyme or reason to it. It's like when the dividend stock comes up, which is 2 weeks before the EX date, I will buy it for him. When it goes up a certain percentage, I will get rid of it. It's simple, it's quick, it's easy, and it's painless. And if it doesn't go up, I will hold on to it. He'll collect the dividend, and I will keep holding on to it until it hits the target price. Okay? So, rule number 1, never buy something you're not willing to hold on to for a long period of time. So I have no problem whatsoever buying my grandson, who's only 4 years old, Pepsi, Kimberly-Clark, Coca-Cola, Altria. Let's go back one. Emerson, 3M, Johnson & Johnson, PPG, Target. What else we got? Abbott Labs, AbbVie, Hormel, Procter & Gamble, Colgate, Lowe's. Any one of those, okay? I'll buy them. Goes up a little bit, I'll get rid of it. What is the percentage that you wait for? Well, I think it's 1.5% or 1.25%, something like that. Not a lot. Are you trading stocks or options? Well, in my grandson's account, they're stocks, right? Now, I have 5 different accounts, and I only share 2 of them with you guys, and that's a pretty simple, straight strategy. I buy the stock, I sell the premium against it, which is a covered call. When you're calculating the percentage of sell, a covered call, do you always look at the bid? Yeah, because that's what you're going to buy the stock for. Okay, it's a little tricky because you look at the bid of the option because that's what you're selling it for. But when you're buying the stock, you look at the ask price. Okay, because you're buying the stock, ask price, and you're selling the covered call, which is an option, and that is the bid price. Yes, when you sell a call, yeah. Okay, all good, everyone? So we can move on to the next one. All right, so LRCX. I know right off the top of my head that ain't even on my list. Can't you offer out call when you're selling? Can't you offer out a call like when you're selling? I mean, yeah, you can. Okay, you can. All right, if the bid is 96 and the ask is 101, these are the numbers right here. Okay, the 95 call strike. Okay, the bid 96, the ask is 101. Okay, let's say I want to get 98 cents. So I can put in an offer. Hey, I'll take 98 cents, and you can sit there and wait until the market maker will take it or he won't, one or the other. What you think about GOKU? Never heard of it. Thank you for what you are doing. Hey, boss man, how you doing? Thank you for that. Tony, by any chance, do you make YouTube vids on stock strategy? All right, Tony, you're new here. Okay, right up here. Okay, see right up here. You will see my picture of myself, and it says dividends on it. That's the bio. Click on that. That will take you to the link, the10minutetrader.com. The 10minutetrader.com looks something like this. Hold on a second. Okay, you're going to land on 10minutetrader.com. All right, it's backwards. All right, just for you, I'll do this. Hold on a second. Okay, the 10minutetrader.com. Okay, dividend stocks, 50% per year returns, blah, 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 all that kind of nice neat stuff. Okay, here's the video. 3 simple rules to the 3 simple steps to the guide how to do it. And you can even download the PDF right down here. Okay, here's an explanation of the no risk trading strategy, what I'm telling you right now. Underneath that, you'll have all the social media: YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, podcast, LinkedIn, Patreon, TikTok, Live, which is where we're at now, and all the books I've written right there. Underneath that, where did that go? Oh, right here. This right here in the middle, that's if you want to join me live. Okay, every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm live. People who want to join me live and watch as I trade. So we're all in one little room. Okay, watching my screen, I make trades. And then after I do all my trades, I answer all your questions. Okay, so that's available. Underneath that, you will see down here, okay, every single trade I've made this year so far. Okay, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6, week 7, 8, 9, and week 10. Okay, Monday will be week number 11. Okay, this one right here actually gives you the profit and loss of all the positions I got this year. Okay, these are all the positions I've got this year. You want to see my list? There it is right there. Okay, I'm only going to do so much work for you guys. You guys got to do some work yourself. See, I got to turn this thing back because it bothers me. Okay, I got 4 cameras up. I like them all to be the exact same because I'm moving one direction and the other. Yeah, no. All right, so anyway, that answers that question. All right. Next one, LRCX. I can know this is on my list. LRCX. Lamb Research Corporation. Okay. LRCX. Okay, not in January, not in February, March. Here we go. $2. All righty, let's take a look at it. All right, it's a no right off the bat. You know why it's a no right off the bat? $900. I do not do stocks over $300. Okay, the reason why I don't do stocks over $300, it's a long way to fall. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, you got it, Tony? Tony, if you're really interested, or any of you guys really interested, okay, really seriously interested, DM me with your phone number. I will call you. I will. You can ask any of the people on here that I have called. Okay, if you leave your phone number, I will call. All right. What about BTFP? Never even heard of them. BTFP. All right. Dale, D-A-L-E. I've never heard Dale, D-A-L-E. No option. All right, guys, come on. Do me a favor. Make sure it has options. Make sure it has at least weeklies, weekly options and dividends. It's a program, not a stock. I said, why did you give it to me then? S-O-X-I. S-O-X-I. Can't find that symbol. I wonder why. M-O, Altria. All right, let's take a look at Altria, because Altria is on my list. Okay, and it has a dividend on the 22nd. Great, everything's good. Now, also, for those of you who want to be, sorry. It's a program, not a stock, sorry. All right, anyway. What about BJS? All right, I'll put it on the list, BJS. Right now, we're looking at Altria. It's at 41, 87 to 42. I'm going to say no right off the bat. Okay, no to Altria. You know why? The last trade, sorry, the ask price, $41.89. The closest premium is going to be the 42 strike price. 42 strike price is going for 29 cents a share. No, numbers don't work. Schlumberg, SLB, no, that's a monthly. LCCN. Leap Charger Corp. You got to be kidding me. 77.5 cents? No. ALB, Albemarle. ALB. Now, Albemarle's on my list for this coming week. Okay, let's put ALB. ALB. It's the 14th, which is on Thursday. Okay, Sky Shibs. A new project utility token just released yesterday, already 200x. All right, Eddie, that sounds awesome. However, I don't do cryptocurrency here. Sorry. All right, you want to go to, I forget his name. So, Calvin Hill. Thank you, Calvin. Eddie, go over to see Calvin Hill. He does cryptocurrency, and he's freaking good at it. Okay, he's really good at cryptocurrency, if you're interested in it. CRPT. CRPT. JK. JK. I have no idea what that is. Won't the crash the market if banks fail? Won't that crash the market if the banks fail? No idea. CRPT. Hey, Brutus, I wrote it down. Okay, see the list? We're going through a list. So it's right there. through this. What are their 10 best dividend stocks? Coinbase. No, Coinbase. All right, Brutus. Bruce, I really don't want to hear it. Really don't. So please don't do that again. People say I'm mean because I keep bitch buttoning people. But I told you once, I have no little tolerance for people who don't pay attention. What I mean by pay attention, I don't do cryptocurrency. That's it. All right, ALB. Okay, look at ALB in the chart. Aren't you afraid of traditional finance given that Zionist is being exposed? Well, yeah, I do. However, we're not there yet. Okay? If I'm making 1% a week or 50% a year, I'm going to take advantage of it until the time comes. When the time comes, okay, one thing you're forgetting here, Mr. Eddie, okay, a lot of these companies have been in business for over 100 years. Do you really think they're going to disappear overnight just because some fuckwads in Washington, D.C. don't want to, play nicely? Okay? Companies have been in business for 100 years. Coca-Cola, no matter what happens, they get rid of the dollar, good, fine, it's gone. So we're paying with wooden nickels. I don't even know if you remember wooden nickels. So we're trading wooden nickels nowadays. You're still going to be able to buy Coca-Cola. Okay? General Electric is still going to produce electricity. Consolidated Edison has been in business for over 200 years. 200 years, and they still pay dividends. I really don't think I'm too much worried about companies that have stood the test of time. Okay? Colgate-Palmolive, Procter & Gamble, Lowe's, Home Depot. They've all been in business for over 100 years. Okay? If and when everything falls apart, they're still going to be making Coca-Cola. They are. That's my opinion. And if I only deal with companies that have consistently increased their dividends for 50 years consecutively, I'm not worried about it. Yeah, boss, Verizon is on the list. Okay, but it's the second week of the quarter. We're in week number 10. Okay, week number 10. So I'm not going to be looking at Verizon for a couple more weeks. But Verizon is on the list. Right now we're looking at ALB. And ALB, which is Albemarle, is on my list to buy on Monday. ALB. Now, ALB a year ago was at the high of the year, 255.63. She drops down a little bit, comes back up, drops down a little bit. I love the movement. Up, profit taken, up, profit taken, up, profit taken. And then she just goes down. We have a double bottom here at 112 back in November and again in December. We had a nice little high, 90-day high, 153.21. And that was the end of December. Okay? Abbott Labs is in the second or third week of the quarter. Okay, we're in week 10. Okay, Abbott Labs is in the third week. All right. We got this 90-day high, 153, back at the end of December. Then she just drops, recovers, drops again, recovers, drops again, recovers. So the last 30 days, here we go. 30 days ago, we opened up at 114.07. Apple's a roller coaster now, but will be on the uptrend. Hey, Ian, Apple is on the list. I get 2 more to go, and then it's Apple. Okay, so just hit tight with Apple, and we'll go over Apple. See, the list right here, Apple is right there. And I'm out right here in the ALB. Apple's right there. Okay, 30 days ago, 114.07. 30-day high, 143.19. Now, this is the reason why ALB is on my list. You see the run-up from the 30 days? Okay, 30 days, right here. She runs up, okay, profit taking, gaps down, and then more profit taking. Makes that 30-day bottom here lower than the last 30-day bottom. Okay, so we had 3 up days since the 30-day bottom. Here's the 30-day bottom here, up day, up day, up day. Okay, I'm thinking it's going to get another up day on Monday. That's just my assumption. Now, the numbers. The last trade, 118.33. The bid, 118. The ask, 118.69. Now the 118.69, the closest strike price is the 119. Now the 119 is going for $3. Okay, so I take out my calculator, clear that out, $3, and I divide it by the strike price, 118.69. And that will give me a return of 2.5%. But that's not all, okay? Look at the difference between the strike price, 119, and the purchase price, 118.69. That's another 31 cents per share. All right. Then we go back here. Look, Thursday they're paying out the dividend, another 40 cents. So there you go, almost a triple play. Now, it would be a triple play if she stayed above 119 come Friday, the 15th. Okay, we're here, the 9th. Tomorrow's the 10th, the 11th, right here. So I'm going to buy some Albemarle on the 11th. Okay, I'm going to collect a premium of 2.5%. I'm going to collect a dividend of 40 cents. And if it goes above 119, you ready for this? Okay. Here we are right now, 118. 119 is right there. It's just like a tiny bit above it. Okay? You got your 30-day bottom here. Your previous 30-day bottom is way over here. And then look at here. This is the 30-day high, 30-day bottom, and you have this big gap. Gaps have a tendency to fill. So whether that is going to fill next week or the week after, if I own the stock, I really don't care. It's going to fill eventually. Okay? It's Albemarle. So let's cut back a little bit. Okay? The high of the year, 246. I'm buying it at 218. I have no problem with that whatsoever. All right? And if I have to hold on to it, the premiums are pretty freaking decent. Okay? I will hold on to it and keep selling premiums. So I like Albemarle for Monday, even if they are having issues with the lithium somewhere in the world. So yeah, Albemarle is circled for Monday. Okay, now VRA. Wait a minute, we didn't take a look at seasonality for Albemarle, did we? Okay, here's Albemarle right there. Okay, for the next 2 weeks, 21st right there. Here, a little dip, a little bit up, a little dip. I don't care. I like the triple play. If it goes above 119, that's a triple play. If it goes below 119, I get a double play. The premium, a premium of 2.5% and a dividend of 40 cents. I have no problem with that. All right. See, I always tell people, never buy something unless you're okay with owning it for a long period of time. Okay, SoFi. Right, Ben Gresh. I don't think SoFi has 20 years of dividends. I really don't. Well, I just took my pen. But I'll take a look at it. I don't want people to think that I'm unfair and don't look at things. But I'll take a look at SoFi. Okay, remember, number one rule. Always, 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 never buy anything you're not willing to hold on to for a long period of time. Okay, that's just my opinion. Okay, Earth and Heaven. We're looking at Apple. 2 more. Okay, I got VRA, and then it's Apple. Okay, I had someone else here waiting for me to look at Apple. All right. Okay, so as they come up, right, I write them down. Okay, so we've already gone through 2/3 of the list. Now we're here. Apple is like right about there. Okay, so just sit tight. VRA is going to be really quick. Do you know how I know that? VRA is not on my list. Apple is. VRA. Monthly. Boom. There you go. No to VRA. I have no idea who put that one in there. But Apple, AAPL, I know they don't have their dividend coming up. The Apple's dividend was the 9th of February. Okay, so now believe it or not, I do Apple with a different trading strategy. Okay, but we're looking at Apple now, so let's take a look at it. AAPL. Now, Apple had some bad news lately because of some lawsuits over in Europe. Funny how those people can be so fickle, right? Sorry, I'm not used to talking so much. All right, Apple, let's take a look at it. A year ago today, we're at the bottom of the year. Okay, we're at the low, 147.72. I love the run up. Take a look at the run up. Okay, the low of the year to the high of the year. From March to July, it goes from 147 to 198. That's $51 increase. Yeah, Cotton, I saw that $2 billion lawsuit. It's like, what is it, $2 trillion company? How much do you think $2 billion is to a trillionaire? Not a whole heck of a lot. That's like saying to a millionaire it's a $2,000 fine. $2,000 on two, yeah. It's all relative, just a bunch of numbers, and they're probably going to contest it and whatever. Anyway, they'll probably just pay it and be done and over with. All right, so anyway. All right, so the top of the year was the middle of July. Had a little bit of, remember I was telling you about Albemarle and the gap down? Well, Apple had a gap down right here. Filled right over there. Okay, a couple weeks later. Okay, last 90 days at a bottom of 167.77. Try getting a millionaire to give two. All right, 90 days ago, okay? 90-day bottom, okay? Goes up, pull back, up again, pull back, All right, wait a second. 90 days ago, up, pull back, profit taking, up, profit taking, gap down. All right, look at it. The gap down here, okay, goes and then it gaps up and then it fills the gap. See, fills the gap right there. Okay, profit taking, up, profit taking, up, profit taking, down. Let's take a look at the last 30 days. Last 30 days. Okay, so 30 days ago today, 189.39. All right, Paco Diaz, you're new here. Okay, I don't do crypto. Please don't ask me about crypto. Thank you. FX Gaming, how you doing? Do you think Google stock will go up? Boss, I don't know. Okay, sorry, not a problem. You're new here. I'm good with names. All right, really, trust me, I'm good with names. I don't know. All right, let's get back to Apple. All right. OZK, hold on a second. OZK. I think OZK is on my list. All right, can anyone give me a follow? Pets? Yeah, no, sorry, Pet Dance. Can DKL be put on the list? All right, Tony, I'll take a look at DKL. DKL. All right, it's on the list. Let's finish up with Apple, okay? 30 days ago today, Apple's at 189.39. Very next day, we got the high of the 30-day period. It's 189.99. FedEx was a couple of weeks ago. Okay. SCHD, that is an ETF. That's a no. Okay. 29 days ago, we have the high of the 30-day period, 189.90. Let's call it 190. Okay, 190. She drops a little bit up, drops again, keeps on going down. Now, we had our bottom, not Friday, but Thursday. Thursday was the 30-day bottom. Okay. Now, Friday was an up day. Great. That's an indication for me to start looking at this baby to go back up. Because they got the lawsuit, they got the bad news. Okay, great. They have a gap down. And the gap down just, well, almost got filled. Got a little bit further to go to actually fill. Then you have another one here. Those babies are going to fill really quick, in my humble opinion. Okay? Okay, so from there, let's take a look at seasonality for Apple. Now, when we're looking at seasonality, you got to remember the March anomaly right here. Okay? The blue line represents this year. The red line represents 10 years in a row. Okay? 10 years worth of data. It goes up in January, pulls back in February, March. March is usually the bottom of the year, and that's the middle of March. Okay? Then she goes back up until the middle of April, goes sideways for a little bit, and then in June, she shoots up all the way to September. When kids go back to school, there's a little bit of pullback. Fourth quarter, she goes up again. Okay, that's what I love about seasonality. It gives you an idea how a stock normally reacts during the year. It's not guaranteed. It just gives you a rough idea. It's kind of like driving and looking in the rearview mirror. Okay, where does it normally go? Normally, this is what it does. Because Apple, what do? They usually do the same thing year after year, come up with a new product. Anyway, that's my humble opinion for Apple. Okay, look, she's gonna dip a little bit, and then she's gonna go back to her regular upward trend. Now, I do have Apple in a couple of different accounts and different strategies because I like Apple for a couple of different strategies. All right, so let's take a look at the numbers for Apple. Right now it's at 170.73. Okay, the bid 170.73. Sorry, the last price was 170.73. The bid 170.48. The ask 170.50. What about quantum space stocks? They don't have 20 years worth of data. Hey, it's me, Dan. Hey, Dan. Nice to see you again. You know, hopefully you're learning something, Dan. Bobby, I'm hoping Apple hits 141.50. It's on the table. Okay, Bobby, all right. I don't see that because what is the bottom of the year for Apple? Yeah, the bottom of the year for Apple was 147. Okay, that's a long way to go, and it was so long ago, people probably don't even remember it. You know, don't get me wrong, it could hit it. Odds and probabilities. My opinion is odds and probabilities is even with after this bad news, she's going to recover a little bit. She's going to fill this gap here, maybe fill this gap before she goes back down, if she goes back down. But it is what it is. Okay, the bid 170.48, the ask 170.50. Okay, so the 170s are going for 264. You take that 50 cents off there, you're up 210. You're still up 214, still over 1%. Why Apple can't reach 500? Well, I'll tell you why Apple can't reach 500. Anytime it gets to a certain point, they do a split. Why do they do a split? Because it's easier for people to buy an Apple stock at 200 than it is for them to buy it at 500. Okay, it's all has to do with math. Okay, it keeps splitting because they tried to keep it under 100 for the longest time. I don't know if you guys remember. Every time it went over 100, they'd split. Every time it went over 100, they'd split. What the hell are quantum space stocks? Okay, and because they don't have any innovation. Well, righty. I mean, they may not need to have innovation because they are who they are. Yeah, 4-1 split 4 years, 2 summers ago. But anyway, Apple, I do own Apple, okay? And Apple is on my list, but for a different trading strategy than this one. Yes, Mike, you're right. Apple's on my list for a different strategy in a different account, okay? Now, I only share one strategy with you guys for free. I'm a nice guy, but I'm not that nice, all right? I'm giving you this information for free. It's not like I'm asking for anything, okay? But it's the only one I share for free. And a bubble like this is a stock going down. It's not worth holding. All right, Dan, I'm going to bring you back to rule number 1. Okay, always going to come back to rule number 1. Never, ever buy something that you're not willing to hold on to for a long period of time. Okay, that's rule number 1. Always, always, always do your due diligence before you buy anything. All right? Okay, so rule number 1, never buy anything you're not willing to hold on to for a long period of time. Okay, so if you enjoy it and you want to have it, fine. If not, don't buy it. If you're a little uncomfortable with Apple at 170, don't buy it. Rule number 2, never sell for a loss. That's right. Okay, now, Apple is not on my list, but I do buy it. Why? Because it's on Warren Buffett's list. Okay, Apple has dividends, but they have not increased. You know, let's find out how long have they done it. Yahoo Finance, here we go. We're going to go into the data stream and see how long Apple has increased its dividends. To do that, we go to Yahoo Finance, only because I like Yahoo Finance. It's simple, it's easy, I know how to use it. There may be better stocks. Oh, no, I don't want that one. I want historical data. Historical data. Okay. Dividends only. Okay, so the last 4 dividend payments were 24 cents. Okay, so they started paying dividends in 2012. Okay. Go Sox, you got Apple at 31. Okay, Go Sox, I know we've had this conversation before, but it's not a profit until you take it. Well, hey, that's okay. Anyway, I was thinking. All right, so anyway, as you can see in the data stream here, okay, they first started paying dividends in 2012. Okay, so 2012, that's 12 years. 12 years of increased dividends. You know what? And I'm okay with it. 12 years of increased dividends is not bad at all. Whoops, wrong one. Oh, where are we? We're right here. All right, so that's that. Oh, take a look at this. Apple. Did you see this? The open interest? Open interest in the options. Okay? The 175 options. 111,000 contracts. DVN. James, problem is I sold some long covered calls on it to make some extra money, so I'm in for a while. Oh, sorry. I thought you were supposed to make it easy. I don't see how it's not easy. Which one do we take a look at? DVN. DVN. It is easy. You buy this decent stock, you sell the option, and then that's it. Yeah, talking about open interest. The volume. Okay, open interest is 46,000 contracts. Open interest, it's open interest. Volume, 111,000 contracts. You have any idea how much 1,100? That's a lot of freaking contract. What happens if it gets called away? Take a look at WBD. 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 All right, that's Apple. Just to let you know, I do own Apple, and I do plan on getting more of Apple. Okay, IBM is next. I don't think IBM is on the list for this week, though. IBM. Actually, it was last week. Wait a minute, that was in February. Sorry. Okay, so IBM was in February. Oh, Go Sox. All right. Bobby Johnson, what stocks for a younger investor 401k? Oh, that's interesting. Dan, also, why would you simply buy a stock when you could sell a put and then collect the premium? Oh, Dan. That adds another step. Remember, this was created for a 9-year-old. Once you add the put in there, yeah, it's a good idea, but it adds another step. Okay, I'm trying to keep the attention of a 9-year-old. Okay, 9 years old, simple. And the covered put you're talking about, you still have to put money up front. So you put money up front and you're collecting a premium. Basically the exact same thing. When you buy a stock, you're putting money up and you're collecting a premium. Same thing. This is my first time seeing your stream. What are the top 5 dividend stocks? LJ, sit back, chill. I have 150 stocks. I don't have top 5. What happens if you get called away? Well, you get called away, then you sell it. That's the whole idea for it. If I buy it for $100, sell somebody the right to buy it from me for $100, and I collect a premium of 1%, I have no problem whatsoever in being called away. Okay, so IBM is not on the list. Okay, it is on my list, but it was in the middle of February. Okay, WPM. WPM. No, not in February. Okay, WPM has no dividends. Okay, so that's a no. Yeah, so why not use the money to sell a put and wheel? All right, Dan, I appreciate what you're trying to do. You're trying to come up with more strategies and more ways of making other money. Okay, great, fine, dandy. Okay, I share one trading strategy with you guys for free, and only one. All right? It's simple. You buy a good quality stock. Okay? Buy a good quality stock, sell someone the right to buy it from you the same price you paid for it, collect a 1% premium, and say thank you very much. It's a 50% return per year. If you're not okay with that, I can't help you out. Okay, now I do have other trading strategies. This is the only one I share for free. Coca-Cola, who said Coca-Cola? Josh. Coca-Cola, we looked at that already. The premiums suck. They do. You're getting not even 0.5%. So goal is to sell a call and have the stock taken away in the money and also grab the dividend if possible during the process. Shit, man, you got it right on the first try. That's exactly what it is. Earth and heaven calls, yep. Yeah, but what happens if they get called away? I wanted to get called away, Dan. Who was that? Dan? I wanted to get called away. Okay, I want to buy it on Monday and be out of it on Friday. I want to get my 1% a week, and then I go to another. Weren't you paying attention? 150 stocks. That's 5 to 20 stocks every week. Okay, so if I buy it on Monday, sell it on Friday, guess what? I have another set of stocks on Monday to look at again. Call premium. Exactly there, Mr. Cotton. My strategy is buy the stock that pays a dividend and hold. Apple's an excellent stock. Okay. Who's this? Ernest. Ernest, it's a great strategy. I tell you what, if it works for you, great. Okay? My strategy, I buy a good quality stock. I sell an option against it called covered call. I collect a 1% premium or more. That allows me to collect over 50% per year. If your strategy is giving you over 50% per year and you're happy with it, hey, perfectly fine. I'm just sharing what I do. If you're interested, fine. If you're not interested, hey, that's fine too. No hard feelings. If your personal calendar, not something by published anywhere. Okay, out of pace, this calendar here, that is on Thinkorswim. It's a trading platform with Charles Schwab. All right, just try to buy it back. Yeah, all right, Dan. Hold on a second. This question. So you just buy it back without using a put? That's nuts. All right, Dan. You know what? You do what works for you. Really. Okay. You have a strategy that works for you. Great. Not a problem. Okay. This strategy works for me. I buy a good, decent company. I sell a covered call against it. I collect a premium. That premium is 1% or more. That's over 50% a year. I'm perfectly happy with that. Why you want to complicate my issues is beyond me. But you're not going to complicate my issues because I don't do what you're saying. Okay, I do have a bunch of different trading strategies, but not on this platform. Not here. Here I share one strategy and one strategy only. Okay, you're missing the point. My 9-year-old daughter, it had to be simple. You're missing the simple part. Once you throw puts into the equation, you're adding to the problem. And I did not want to do that for my 9-year-old daughter. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and never lose money. That was the 5 criteria it had to have. And I can't help you if you don't like it or you don't agree with me. What about paying capital gains for the short term? Christopher, you're absolutely correct. That's a question you need to talk to a tax strategist. Do you have to buy at least 100 shares for a covered call? All right, user 12338166478, whatever. Yeah, 100 shares of stock equals 1 contract. 200 shares, 2 contracts. 300 shares, 3 contracts. Covered call, Thinkorswim at the end of the week. Do the platform sell it for you? No. Ian, think or swim, excuse me, you can let it expire worthless. Okay? Now, we have a live trading class. Okay? Every morning, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, live trading. We did live from 9:15 until 10 o'clock, or until we all run out of money, which happens easy. Okay, Friday afternoon, we jump in at 3:30. So from 3:30 to 4, we take a look at the positions. If you're in the money, great, let it expire. If we're not in the money, we'll take a look and see what we have to do. What are dividend stocks? Oh my goodness. So dividend stocks get called away, then you buy it back at a higher price. No, Dan, no, no, no. Okay? IBM, I will buy it. Let's say I buy it at $100. I sell someone the right to buy it from me at $100. Exact same money I paid for it. I buy it on Monday. They buy the right from me to buy it on Monday. The option expires on Friday. They pay me a premium. Let's say the premium's $1. Okay, that's 1%. Okay. On Friday, okay, if the stock is over $100, that person who bought that option buys it from me at $100. If it's $99.99, the option expires worthless. And come Monday morning, I still own that stock. But if it's higher than $100 come Friday, Monday morning, I'm back into cash again. And then I can buy AT&T, I can buy Verizon, I can buy Comcast, I can buy something else. Because I'll buy it 1 week. I buy IBM on Monday, let's say the first week of the quarter. Second week of the quarter, I want to buy Comcast. Third week of the quarter, I want to buy Lowe's. Why would I want to hold on to something that pays me a dividend only once? Okay? There's 66 trading days in a quarter. That's 66 opportunities to get a dividend. 13 weeks to get a 1% premium. 1% premium in a quarter, that's 13% per quarter. That's over 50% per year. I'm perfectly happy with that. Now, whoever is asking what a dividend stock is, when you invest in the stock market, you have two choices. A company that will share the profits, they give you dividends, that's your share of the profits, or a company that will take those profits and put it back into the company for capital growth, which means they don't share the profits with you. You're buying it today and you're hoping that later on, at some point, it's higher. Great. If you're looking for that, you're at the wrong place. Okay, I only do dividend stocks. Why? I'm 60 years old. I don't want to go back to work. I ain't gonna live off the money that I have. I have a certain chunk of money. Every week I make 1% off of that certain chunk of money. That 1% allows me to live comfortably. I don't have to go back to work. Okay, that's why I do it. No, look at that. Regan sent me a message. All right, back up here we go. Great job. Okay, you're selling. What was that? You're selling a dream, people. Be careful. You're selling a dream, people. Be careful. Okay, Dan. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I really do. All right, Vincent. Dan. Covered call means you had the stock, so it's called away if it's profit, option, premium. Okay. Why not just use money that you get stock, buy cheaper with put? Okay, you guys, we're not going to hear from Dan anymore. It's the first bitch button of the day. Apparently, he likes to be confrontational, so I don't want to deal with it. You do calls only for 5 days. Earth and Heaven, yes. Thoughts on Fetch AI? No. So Earth and Wind, what was that? Earth and Heaven, okay. Earth and Heaven, yeah. It's called a weekly option, and they certain stock. I do 150 stocks. That's it. I rotate them. Okay, think of a revolving door. Okay, think of a revolving door. Every quarter, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. Okay, I will buy Comcast the first week of the quarter. Okay, I'll buy it first week of the first quarter, which is January. I'll buy it again in April, which is the second quarter. I'll buy it again in, is it August? Yeah, August. And I will buy it again in October. Okay, I will buy Comcast 4 times. Okay, I'll get the 1% first quarter, get the 1% second quarter, get 1% third, so on and so forth. Okay, I just rotate it. Same amount of money, I rotate it. Okay, I rotate it. Okay, the exact same stocks. quarter after quarter after quarter after quarter, because the second quarter looks exactly the same as the first quarter. Okay, the fourth quarter looks exactly the same as the first quarter. It's the exact same stocks over and over again. So why take all my money and divvy it up between 150 stocks and collect the premium, collect the dividends? The dividends only average between 2 to 5%. Okay, why do I want to collect 2 to 5% when I can collect 50%? That's my personal opinion. Galvin de la Cruz. I have no idea what Fetch AI is. Okay, if Dan was onto something, why would you just buy the stock back and not sell a put? All right, dude. I've been doing this for over 20 years. Okay, I have dozens upon dozens of trading strategies. Dozens of them. Okay, this one here, this strategy, dude, okay, this strategy gets around 50% per year. If you're not happy with 50% per year, safe, secure, predictable, and consistent, I really can't help you out. I do have trading strategies that make a lot more money, but they have a lot more risk. Okay, this strategy was simple. It had to be simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no possible way to lose. The only way you can lose is that the company goes bankrupt. And it's happened. There was a company in Japan. The same family owned it for over 300 years. Finally went bankrupt. Okay, why do you do dividend stocks if you don't care about the dividends? That's a good question. Actually, it really is. The dividend is the precursor, the lighthouse, the icon, the indicator. Tells me when to buy it. That's all the dividend is. And the dividend is plan B. Okay, if I buy the stock, let's say I buy Apple and it drops, okay, I collect a dividend every year. Every year, that dividend is higher and higher and higher and higher. Okay, so if I bought a stock that didn't consistently increase the dividends, I'd have a chance of losing, and I wouldn't get higher and higher returns. Okay, so the dividend company has to increase its dividend payments consistently every single year for a minimum of 20 years. The only reason Apple is on my list is because it's on Warren Buffett's list. You need to explain again to these people what a covered call is. The meaning of covered. Well, you're right. Covered call means you have to own the stock before you can sell the rights for someone else to buy it from you. That means you're covered. All right. Can we please analyze DVN? No way. Are stock buybacks really the same as dividends? No. Leg is downtrending, so you won't play it. All right, I will put leg on the list, and I will take a look at it. I can't say whether or not I'm going to do it, but I'll take a look at it. LEG. That's Leggett and Platt, I believe. All right, so next on the list, WPM. WPM doesn't have dividends. Okay, so WPM is a no. Please, what are your thoughts on IZO Network? I don't have any. Do you do up-down options? I have no idea what that means. No, care to expand? What was your question there? No way. Hold on. No way, no way. Stock buybacks really the same as dividend. Well, look at it this way. I'll give you Macy's, for instance. Macy's will pull up the stock. Okay, Macy's the other day, the 27th, hit a high at 26.76. And then she just dropped and dropped and dropped. And then at the beginning of March, we find Bitcoin is not this strategy. Thanks, Al. And then we find out that there is a bid offer for Macy's. Okay. Now, I'm into Macy's at 22 something. All right. I bought a bunch of Macy's. Hold on a second. No, not in this account, in a different account. Okay, so Macy's, I'm into Macy's at 22 and 22.50, I believe. Macy's said they rejected the offer and that they're going to do a buyback at $24. Okay, I bought it at $22.50. Now, it works out good for me. Actually, it works out good for everyone because it hasn't seen $22.50. Macy's said they're going to buy it back at $24. Okay, before they would take that offer, they would buy back at $24. So it's not the same because a dividend is a portion of the profits that the companies make. A buyback is just them buying back the shares from you. and then you don't own the shares anymore, and you don't get any more dividends. So there is a difference between dividends and buybacks. Okay, Bitcoin's not in the strategy. Thanks, Mike. York Water, SDIV. I have no idea what SDIV is. York Water, longest paying dividend on NES. Okay, Dimitri, you got to give me the ticker symbol. Because as far as I know, the longest dividend stock was Consolidated Edison. That's over 200 years. Thoughts on NAT? All right. Yeah, because I don't know the ticker symbol for York Water Company. Don't know it. So you have to give it to me because it doesn't sound familiar. All right. Next on the list. AGNC, already looked at it today. It's a no. SDIV. Okay, so right now we're on BTFP, which probably not even on the list. It's not on my list. BTFP. Okay, it's not even coming up. So that's an off. BJS. No options for BJS. That's a no. Okay, MPW. Did we already look at MPW today? All right, MPW. All right, MPW is on the list. We'll take a look at it. Because the BGS is a no. CRPT. First Trust ETF. Now, ETF's not on the list, and it's a monthly. That's a no. JK. Okay, no symbol is JK. SoFi. SOFI. SoFi Technologies. SOFI. Okay, no dividends in January, no dividends in February, no dividends in March. No to SoFi. OZK. Ozark. That's Ozark Bank, correct? AFL, it's Aflac. Aflac is on the list. That much I do know. What's so hot about AGNC? A lot of people asking about that in the chat. AGNC is a no. We already looked at it already today. Aflac, you're writing at the money calls for the strategy. That is correct. What is the software you're using? That's Thinkorswim by Charles Schwab. Okay, OZK. No dividends in March, no dividends in February. Dividends are in January, which is week number 2. So we're in week number 10. So we're not going to look at this one for another couple of weeks. DKL. Somebody asked for DKL. Ready? DKL. That's in February, which is week number 5. BAC. I'll take a look at that one, but I think AGNC gives a monthly consistent dividend. Okay. NAT. Okay. So AGNC, huh? AGNC. 9. All right. Are you ready for this? For all you guys want to look at AGNC? AGNC. The bid, $9.69. The ask, $9.73. The closest strike price would be the 10. The 10 is going for 4 cents. 4 cents. That's not even a 0.5% return. No to AGNC. Please stop asking about AGNC, please. We're on DVN. DVN. 46.29, 46.50s. No. No to DVN. I really like the sound of your strategy, minimal risk, above average rewards. LJ, that's exactly what it is. Okay? Number 1, never buy a stock you do not want to hold on to for a long period of time. That's number 1. Number 2, never sell at a loss. PSEC. PSEC. We'll take a look at that. YORW. 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 Monthly. No. Okay? Say, Dimitri, monthly options. That's a no. What's, in your opinion, a good stock with dividends long term? No. Okay. My idea of long term, the longest I've ever held on to anything is 9 months. And I didn't do it voluntarily. Okay, I bought it and the stock went down. I held on to it until it turned around, came back up, and then I sold it for profit. Okay, my idea of long term is a month. That's my idea of long term. Okay, and I do the same 150 stocks every 90 days. Your monthly options. Yeah, right, Al. Okay, DVN was a no. The option, the numbers just don't work. WBD. WBD. Okay, no options in, no dividends in January, no dividends in February, no dividends in March. That's rinse and repeat at its best. Yeah, LJ, it is. It looks good and exciting now, but I've been doing this for like 15 years. I've been buying Comcast for 15 years. First week of the quarter. Okay? I've been buying Lowe's second week of the quarter consistently. NAT is coming up. Who wrote that? My Boys Jewel. My Boys Jewel? My Boys Jewel. Okay, that's coming up very shortly. Where do you get the list of stocks? Well, you get the list from Google. What's the list of dividend kings? That's 55 stocks. That's 5 decades of higher dividends. Okay, dividend aristocrats. 25 years of dividend increases. Dividend champions. 25 years of increased dividends. Right there, it's over 274 stocks right there. But once you take away all the companies that don't have weeklies, you're down to about 150. WBD was a no. LEG, Leggett and Platt, that's a monthly. NAT, here we go. NAT, NAT. Nordic Armin Tank. For stock list, you can start by cross-referencing. Yep, you tell them out, thanks. Okay, Nordic, look at that, the 19th, 12 cents. What was it? NAT. NAT. Monthly, nope. SDIV. SDIV. Nope. MPW. MPW. Okay. Medical Property REITs. MPW. Okay, not in March, not in February, not in January. No to MPW. AFLAC, AFL, WMT. All right, I'll put that down. WMT. Right now we're looking at AFLAC, but I'm pretty sure AFLAC is in January. AFL. Nope. February? There it is. February, week number 8. Bank of America. I'm pretty sure Bank of America is in week 1, I believe. Is it? Nope. Week number 9, Bank of America. NAT. We already looked at NAT. PSEC. P-S-E-C. Okay, week number 9 for PSEC. I sold call in the money at expiration date. Do you need to do anything, or is it taking? If so, 1 cent in dollar. Okay, user, I have no idea what you're talking about. If so, the call that's in the money, Data expiration, do you need? Oh, well, it depends what brokerage you're at. If you have something like Robinhood where they don't allow options to expire, then you have to buy it back. Okay, now Thinkorswim, which is with Charles Schwab, I just let them expire worthless, and then I have to pay the fee. But with Robinhood, considering they make their money by transactions, they don't allow them to what do you call it? They don't allow them to expire worthless. Mike, you have March 26th for PSEC. I have February 26th. Oh, look at that. And they have, wow, it's twice. And it's 6 cents. Do you really want to chase a 6-cent dividend, Mike? $5.44. I'm going to say no. Okay? Look at the numbers. $5.44. Okay, the $5 is going for 40 cents, which you're losing money. The $6 is going for 0 cents. And it's a monthly. No. Okay. YORW. YORW. It's a monthly. No. 36.71. The 35s are going for 0. Yeah, no. Walmart. WMT. Wally World. $60. 50 cents. No, not even one. BKNG. Mikey, which one are you talking about? 13.5. Mike, 13.2% monthly dividend. What was that, Mike? BKNG. 3,500. Yeah, no, that ain't happening. Why is weekly better? PSEC, Mike, are you sure? PSEC. Okay, Mike. PSEC. $5.43 by $5.44. It's a monthly optional stock, Mike. We don't do monthlies. Okay, so Mike. Oh, so superior stuff. Why are weeklies better? Well, weeklies are better because they pay better premium, and I can get it on a weekly basis. If I can get 1% per week, that's over 50% per year. Monthly premiums are usually only 2%. Okay, usually 1% to 2%. But even at 2%, that's only 12. 12 times 2 is 24%. And where I went to school, 50% is better than 24%. Why? Where is the list of 150 stocks? Isaac, I expect you giving up your time to educate the community. You got it, Henry. Okay, Isaac, you ready? Dividend Kings, 55 companies. Dividend Aristocrats, 67. Dividend Challengers, 247. That's more than 260 stocks right there. Okay? Once you get away from those that only have monthlies, okay, you drop those, and then they have to have options, weekly options. That's your 150 stocks right there. Pretty simple. Go to Google, Dividend Kings list. It goes something like this. Google search. Dividend Kings list 2024. Dividend Kings list. All 55 Dividend Kings. Okay, right there. Okay, look at that. GRC, SJW, FB, FMCB, ADM, 3M. All right, here they are. Dover, Northwest. And right here at the top, click here to instantly download your free spreadsheet of all Dividend Kings. Guess what this website has? It has the Dividend Aristocrats. It has the Dividend Challengers. It has the Dividend Champions. Ask. You shall receive right there. Okay? Oh, look at this. Free spreadsheet download. All 150 dividend champions. 25 years of rising dividends. Right there. First one on Google. What site? Google search. Okay, Dividend Kings List 2024. It brings up this website. It's called Sure Dividend. S-U-R-E Dividend. It gives you the stock list right there. 150 dividend champions, 25 years plus of rising dividends. Okay, and then you can go back to here, and then you go Warren Buffett's stock list 2024. Okay, and here's Warren Buffett's stock list for 2024. It's really not that difficult. Apple, Bank of America, American Express, Coca-Cola, CVX, OXY, Heinz Ketchup,
Fuck you very much.
Moody's, DVA. It's right there. It took me not even 2 seconds to give you the list, both of the great lists I have. Okay,
Yeah.
there they are, right there.
Take that.
It was on the list. All right. All right, you guys, I'm getting tired. It's 11 o'clock. Let's call it a night. Oh, look at that, 220 people. What do you think, honey? Think I should stay longer?
Go for it.
Oh, honey says yes. The Browns say that you rock, honey. All right, Al, she said to stay out here. Oh, Jim Broman. How you doing? Oh, Bauman. Anyway, I went through the whole list. You guys didn't have any more. So that's it. Let's call it a night. See you guys again tomorrow night. It is Saturday. Weeklies are weekly options. That is exactly right. Winner 86, you got it. You use CNBC strategy? No. Can James come out and play? That's what Al says. Can James come out and play? That's funny. All right, you guys are over on Instagram. Have a nice night. See you later. And now, okay, you guys over here on YouTube. See you later. Thanks. Have a great weekend. Staying only for the comedy and the and the Dans of the world. I had to get rid of them. It's like, you know, you don't like it, fine. You don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. How do dividends work? All right, Lewis, dividends basically is your share of the profits. Congratulations, we're at 8,000. Woohoo! All right, thank you. Learned a lot. Fascinating football videos. Cool. When are you back? Tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Prez Dog. Oh, wait, came late. Anything in particular should I buy tonight? And Robert, you can't buy anything tonight, dude. Thank you. Can you show the real quick how they calculate the 1%? Tell you what, why don't you sign in again tomorrow? I'll be here again. Was that you, Elena? Oh, hold on. Yes, it was. Helena, how are you? Welcome. I'll be there. All right, cool. Cool. Tony, thank you so much, Tony. I taught this my 9-year-old daughter. You have a young one. My wife left me for the pool boy. Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't supposed to laugh at that, was I?
Hey, your wife left you for the next door neighbor.
He left me for the junkyard guy. Yeah, my wife left me for the junkyard guy. EST or PST? Oh, Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. Thank you so much, Helena. You have a nice night. All right, I'm out here. Me and wife are gonna go catch a movie before she falls asleep.
Oh, that ship is sailed.
Oop, and I gotta stop this one. 10,000 tonight, honey.